Okay, we're gonna get it. I just realized, oh my gosh. Okay, almost there. I had 2 songs playing at once. Oh, this thing. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get it. Gosh. It's the same song, but they were at different times. Okay. If anyone is here, please bear with me. As y'all know, I'm still trying to get used to this upgraded program. It's driving me nuts. So I'm gonna try to play this couple. Oh, now I'm echoing because I have 2 of these up. Now
This
I'm
is the
hearing
last.
myself back in my ear. This is not good.
This is the last one of the year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, go with a bang. Let's
Thank
go.
God. Great. Hello? Let me see. Hello, hello. Okay, we're going to try this one more time, ladies and gentlemen. If anyone is here, I'm hearing all of it back. Goodness. All right. Lord have mercy.
Recording or something.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hang on. Hang on, Shalaine. Let me see. All right, we're just going to go ahead and start. I'm hoping it's not echoing. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, it's still somebody somewhere. I'm being recorded. Hold on.
Am I echoing?
No, you're not. Just me.
Oh,
It's
perfect.
still. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't do it like this. This is going to drive me crazy. See, you can't hear me. Can you hear it coming back in my ear? No, I only hear it. Okay.
Just you.
Okay. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Please be patient. I'll get this figured out, hopefully. I don't see anyone here yet, which is probably a good thing that I messed up then. Okay. So, oh my gosh.
Welcome to Carolyn's Corner, featuring singers, songwriters.
Oh my goodness. Why is it doing that?
You did that song. Maybe you still have that open or something?
Yeah, I probably still have it open.
Welcome to Carolyn's
Okay.
Corner, featuring singers, songwriters, and authors from all over the world. We are so excited you've joined us, and we're looking forward to having a great time. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure to use the comment section from wherever you're watching to interact during our live shows. We're so excited about our special guests and can't wait to hang out with you. Stream Carolyn's Corner live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and 1071krxp.com.
Hi, it's Carolyn. We're so excited about our special guest tonight, and we're so glad you're here. Get ready. We're going to have some fun. Welcome to Carolyn's Corner. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Carolyn's Corner. Let's see if we can get rid of this horrible echo that I just had. Oh my gosh. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Marie. Thanks for tuning in last minute. I forgot to post it on Facebook. I'm so sorry. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited to be here because I am here with another beautiful guest. And this was, to me, spur of the moment show because I had decided I wasn't going to do any till after the first of the year because we're dealing with some things. And I said, no, I'm going to do it. And now I'm like, okay, I should have waited, but that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's put your hands together and please help me welcome a beautiful guest by the name of Shalaine Stebner. Hi, Shalaine. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'll be doing better now once we see everything is working.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So thanks so much for being here with us, honey. I really appreciate it. this new program, if they've changed, it's always a mess. I'm like, Lord have mercy. They give me where I can put scenes and then the scenes go over each other. I don't even know. So I'm going back to the old way. It's all right. So
Technology is perfect until it doesn't work. So
yes, absolutely. Well, right now I'm not hearing myself. Now that may change any second. I just closed all of the scenes because the scenes are a pain. So I want to say hi to Marie and Sarah. Thanks for being here. I'm sorry about the last minute. I'm glad you're listening. Marie said she's driving, so she can't text, but she's listening. Marie and Sarah, thank you so much. So Shalaine, first of all, repronounce your name because I know I'm probably butchering it, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So it's Shalaine. And I am from Alberta, Canada. And I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm a mom and a wife. I own a salon, so I'm a hairdresser as well. I just am a busy person running around with my head cut off half the time. And music is my outlet, and it's my heart and soul, so that I can put out into the world. And that's basically me in a nutshell.
Wow, that's beautiful. So you really are busy. So you're doing music, you're a hairdresser, and you're all the way in Canada. I mean, it's just amazing. And your voice, by the way, is spectacular. Your songs are great.
Thank you.
I can't wait for everyone to hear them. And I would like to announce that tonight and the show last week, we are re-airing this in the next few days on a new internet radio station. And I'll be advertising that soon. I didn't get it finished. I'm so sorry, but I'm very, very happy to say that. I'm very proud of that. So Shalaine, so how long have you been singing and playing music?
Oh gosh, I've been singing probably since before I could talk. I probably came out of the womb going, ah.
That's good. Wow.
Maybe not quite on key, but yeah, I used to. My dad used to drive a propane truck, and so when he would go do his propane deliveries, I would just ride around in the truck with him and just sing the whole time. So it's just been always a thing in my heart. My dad was in a band since he was in high school. He was a drummer, so whenever they had band practice, they would do it in our basement because our basement was the biggest, and they would just rock out. So there was always music around me, and so it just seemed natural that in later on in life, because I didn't start pursuing music professionally until I was in my mid-30s.
Wow.
So later in life, then it just was so natural to just kind of ease my way into it. And it was kind of one of those, like, if you don't do it now, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life kind of situations. So just jumped in feet first and heart forward. And here we are living our best lives. When we first started playing as a band, my dad was my drummer, and so that was really spectacular, and so such a cool experience, a neat relationship that I got to create with him. And then now he's getting a little bit older, and he's got a little shoulder issues, so drumming is not conducive for him, or at least it takes him a lot longer to recover than what it used to.
Right.
And maybe it's because he's sober when he's doing it now. I don't quite know.
Well,
But that makes it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say that makes a big difference. And I will say that when we were talking about how it was when he was younger versus playing with me now, and I mean, I am not a drinker at all. It's just it's my body never has accepted it, so I've just accepted the fact that that's just not in my cards. But he said it's quite interesting going from, back in the 70s when you had an open tab and you just drank and played music, to actually taking it seriously and doing it sober. It's a lot more, it's a lot of a different experience, and he remembers more, which is great.
Yeah, I bet it is. I mean, that would be a completely different situation. Absolutely. Well, I think that's beautiful. And first of all, I think it's great that you don't drink at all and that your dad is now able to enjoy this time with you. You know what I mean? I think that's so beautiful because for the majority of us, because I'm a lot older than you, we don't even have our parents around, and I miss mine dearly. So I am so glad that you have this opportunity, even if you can't play as often or even at all. The fact that you have developed that great relationship with him. I do have a question from Marie, and I know this is slim, but she said, "Do you know Billy V from Canada?" I know Canada's pretty big. But hey, you never know. You could.
He's my cousin, right? He's my cousin.
Yes. He's a great artist. No, she doesn't know him, but hey, you never know. You may say, "I know Billy." Yeah, he's great. He's great. He's been on our show. We've had several artists from Canada, and I'm glad to add you to the list of those artists Thank you so much for being here. So your primary genre do you classify it as strictly country, or what would you classify your genre as?
I'm pretty country to the
Right.
core,
Yeah, I
definitely.
like
Yeah. I definitely I know for a little while it wasn't like cool to be country or
yeah.
whatever, but I've always 100% been country. I can karaoke some other genres, but to if I was gonna
Yeah.
to write and to play music, definitely country's where I live my best life.
Absolutely. Well, country has my heart too. It's always been. And
Mhm.
I know for sure with Marie, it's her heart too. She listens to
Yeah,
country music almost every night. So I'm
yeah.
glad y'all are here. So my husband just pointed out a mistake. And like I said, I'm so sorry. I put the wrong date. And I did think about that after I was like, oh my gosh. I put the right date in the information, but on the title, it does not have the correct date. And I'm so, so sorry. It is January the 30th. In fact, one more day left in this year, and then we get to move on to the new year and see what our bingo card holds for that year. I'm almost scared to move forward. I'm like, okay, let's no telling what's going to happen next. I shouldn't even say that out loud. Lord have mercy. But anyway, I am glad that we are here together
Mhm.
for the last show of the year, and I want to apologize to all of our viewers and listeners because I have been absent for a little while. We've had a few cancellations because of the last. Well, I scheduled so far in advance because we have so many great artists, and things come up, and then we're dealing with some stuff here. But I am so glad that I have you on for our last show of the year, Shalaine. Why don't we start off by having you tell us about the first song that I have on the list so everybody can hear you and hear what a beautiful voice you have. And you write all of your own songs, I'm guessing. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Wow, they're really, really good. They are. I like them a lot.
Thank you.
Make sure I'm not missing any comments. I always like to look. Okay, so let's double check. So the first song that I thought we would play, which is the one I made the ad out of, that you did get to hear, was just, oh my goodness, it's called Dirt Road Raised. And man, I really like that song because a lot of people were raised out in the country on a dirt road.
Mhm.
I wasn't, but I always wished I was in a way, because I felt like that was where I was supposed to be. But a
Absolutely.
little bitty town. So tell us a little bit about that song, the inspiration behind it, anything you'd like to share with it, honey.
Yeah, so Dirt Road Raised was the first song that I recorded and put out and released, which is really, really special. So Dirt Road Raised is my it's kind of like my homage to how I was raised. And I lived down a dirt road that literally it was miles before we had any neighbors. And that was such a interesting experience growing up. And I will say now we live in a very small town that has, maybe, I think we have 7,000 people in our town now.
Oh,
And
wow.
even growing or watching my children grow up, it's so different than when we were growing up. But even just for them to like go like, oh, can we go down the street and play with somebody? And it's like, what? No, like I don't understand why you would want to do that, because I never got to do that, right? If I go
Yes.
down the street and play with somebody, I'm walking for miles. And so it definitely is a totally different experience. And I hope that one day our plans our plans years in advance, we hope to build out at my parents' house so we can keep them out there as long as they possibly can.
Right.
And I hope to give my kids the experience of being out there. Right now we bring our camper out, and so they do get to experience being out in the country and
Right.
falling asleep under the stars and experiencing all of that magic. But yeah, one day I hope to get out there. But so Dirt Road Raised is just it's kind of my story of growing up in the middle of nowhere. And my parents built the land from nothing and they built the house themselves. And this was back when you didn't need all the permission that you need nowadays in order to
Yes.
build something, right? So him and my dad and his buddies all got together and they built our house, and it's got its own quirks and but it started with bare ground. And so
Wow.
I remember harrowing, sitting with my dad on the tractor, harrowing the yard so that the grass could grow. It just
Wow.
it definitely was such a wonderful experience. And then my husband and I actually went to high school together, so he grew up a little bit a ways from me. But I actually I'm pretty sure that I met him in grade 2 at one of our for our mutual friends birthday parties.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Right. So
That is amazing. Yeah.
yeah, it's funny because I when we didn't start dating till after high school because he was, you know, a high school boy, and they're not very desirable.
Yeah. They have a lot of growing up to do.
They
Yes.
do, yes, absolutely. But I remember sitting down and talking with him the one day, and I was like, I'm certain, like I'm certain, like, do you know who this person is? And he's like, yes. And I was like, did you go to, you know, Moonwalkers when we were in grade 2? And he was like, yes. So
Wow.
it's kind of like a neat little connection that we've had, but we've been together for 17 years now, so it's
Wow.
been a
Oh my
minute.
goodness. And you're so young. You look so young. Well, speaking, I want to tell you, one of our good friends and viewers, I don't get to see him on here very often. I'm glad you're here. Roland Trevino, an old friend of ours, he said, she is so beautiful. She's so
Oh,
beautiful. Yes, I agree with you, Roland. She really is. And thank you for being here, Roland. So let's go
thank
ahead
you.
and see if I can get this crazy program to move us over
Yes.
so we can hear and see
Yes.
Dirt Road Rays. I love this. Is this the cover? The artwork is really good. It's a great picture.
Yeah.
It just says it all. So let's
Yeah.
go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Here she is, Shalaine Stebner. I know
You
I
did
still didn't say it right. I guess I'm getting better.
No, you did it. You
Here
did
is
good.
Dirt Road Rays, and this is just a photo, right? It's not a. So
Yeah.
I'll try to scoot us out of the way. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
West of town on 53 in the middle of nowhere. Nestled back in the trees where you can breathe the cleanest air. A husband and his wife tried to make the land their own. Raise a family and teach them all that they had known. But I was a wild child, I could never stay home.
I did it again. I muted myself. Wow, that was so beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
loved it. And another one of our great friends is here, Miss Jamie. She calls herself the country, I forgot what she calls herself. She is a songwriter as well.
Oh,
She
awesome.
said, this cowgirl loves this. The miles tell the stories, the lyrics and songs building legacies. This cowgirl loves this. Oh my God.
Oh, thank you, Jamie.
Yes, isn't that beautiful? She always has the most beautiful way of putting words. I just love it. Yeah, that is a great song. I love it. And
Yes.
you got to have at least one of those just about how
Mhm.
you raised, how you grew up and all that. I think it's
Absolutely.
gorgeous. I really do. And your voice is outstanding,
Oh,
honestly.
thank you.
Wow.
Keep going.
So
Keep going.
yeah, I know. I could keep going on and on. Marie said awesome. And believe me, Marie knows all of these ladies that are here know very, and gentlemen,
Oh.
they know because they're all big music fans, especially country music like I am. Thank you guys and gals for your beautiful comments. Thank you so much. So, so you've been singing for pretty much since you could walk. Has it always been country or did you ever have a desire to do, it's always been country, right?
Yeah, it's always been country. I mean, I I love music just in general, and I
Right.
think that when you strip back the genres, music is music. So
Yes.
I definitely can take inspiration from certain genres because I mean I grew up in the '90s, so like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, like they had my heart. We were playing Bye Bye Bye, like
Yes. And I did not
so
grow up in the 80s. So
right. So
anyway, or in the 90s.
definitely took I mean that always influences you. I definitely, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, the Spice Girls, they were all very big when I was growing up. But then there was also Terry Clark and all the
Yes.
others, and Carolyn Dawn Johnson and Alison Krauss. So I feel like there was never a time when I wanted to sing anything other than country, but I love listening to music. I love listening to all kinds of genres,
Yes.
except for EDM. That's a little weird for my brain to
Yeah,
understand.
I'm the same way as you. There are a couple where I'm like, no, I'm not even at all
Yeah,
interested in that. So
yeah.
let's say hi. We have Mr. Bill Trickett is back. Thank you for being here, Bill. And y'all, I want to apologize for getting the notice out so late, but I'm so glad. I can always count on our wonderful friends to come through. Thank y'all so very much. I had said there wasn't going to be another show until after the first of the year, but we're squeezing this one in here, and I'm glad I got to. I'm glad I was able to do that. So let's go to the next song we have list on my list here. It's called "I Sure Do Miss You." Now I love the title, and I love the fact that it's simple titles. We can find them, almost by the lyrics. Tell us about this song, "I Sure Do Miss You." Sounds like a
Yeah,
beautiful title.
so I sure do miss you. So I mean, there's a lot of songs that are written about the people that we've lost, and I mean, everybody's lost somebody. That's the way
Yes.
that life goes. That's the way that it's supposed to go. And so my inspiration, my auntie passed away 9 years ago. And she was 59. Very very young. She
Oh,
had a heart attack,
she's
and
my
she
age. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
absolutely. So make sure you get yourself checked out.
Ew.
But definitely, she was my love and light. Anytime that I ever needed a friend, I would call her, and we would chat or text or whatever. So after she passed away, it was just kind of like it just felt right to write a song that was specially dedicated for her, and so I sure do miss you is not necessarily a song that you're supposed to cry your eyes out to.
Right.
It's more just a reminder that, like, no matter what you're doing, and no matter where you're at, little things will remind you of the people that have passed away. And it doesn't have to be a sad thing, but it's just like you can just sit there and go like, man, I miss you. I just wanted you to know that
Yeah.
I miss you, right? And
Right.
so that's the basis of I sure do miss you.
Oh, I can't wait
I'm
to hear it.
excited for you guys to hear
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I feel the same way because we lost our sister. She was only 59 also, which is
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
that's
in 2017. So it still doesn't even seem real. So I already know I'm
Mhm.
going to listen to this very closely because I think of her every single day. So ladies and gentlemen, let me get this loaded up. This is "I Sure Do Miss You." I'm so excited to hear this. I'm so glad y'all are here. Thanks so much.
Yes,
Let's
thanks for showing up. Ooh.
I didn't say I would do it without any mess ups. Oh my goodness. We'll just do it like this.
Why not?
There's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. I don't know why they say that.
No, I've never wanted to skin a cat before.
Me either. Never. Not once. But okay, hold on. I'm gonna wait this. Can y'all still hear me? No, I've never wanted to skin a cat. I don't know where that saying came from, or did I just make it up in my brain of all the weird things to say? I know it's a weird saying. One of these days, we're going to have a show strictly talking about all the weird sayings that I come up with that I've heard during my life. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Shalaine Stebner. I sure do miss you. Here we go.
Last night I was sitting in my car, and I closed my eyes and dreamt of where you are. Flashbacks of the fun we had not too long ago. Better days, I know. Things sure have changed since you've been gone, but change is the only thing that we can count on. And I know in the end nobody's getting out alive, but I sure do miss you. I sure do miss you. I passed by your old house the other day. The new owners had a car parked in the driveway. Oil stains on the concrete showed me proof you once were there. I can still feel you in the air. Things sure have changed since you've been gone, but change is the only thing that we can count on. And I know in the end nobody's getting out alive, but I sure do miss you. I sure do miss you. I know I'll see you again someday. Tears of joy will fill my soul and wash away all the hurt I feel inside, and we will celebrate it too. But I sure do miss you. I sure do miss you. Things sure have changed since you've been gone, but change is the only thing that we can count on. And I know in the end nobody's getting out alive,
That is beautiful. That is really
Thank you.
beautiful. Oh
Thank you.
my. Wow. And my husband is saying over here by me, you can't see him, but he said the same thing I thought when I heard it. The line about the oil stain on the carport. I mean, where in the world? That is so smart, very clever. I mean, where did that come from? I mean, it just fell out of the sky because sometimes that's how these lyrics do. They literally,
Absolutely.
wow.
Absolutely. It was just kind of like something, when you're thinking like what never goes away, right? And I
Yeah.
mean, what is, when you're thinking of like, when somebody has been there, how do you know that they've been there, right? And that was just one of the things that appeared out of the abyss and, graced itself on my shoulders, and it was like, yeah, that makes sense because the oil stains never go away, right? You
You're
can scrub
right.
them all you want, but they're still there. And
Oh my
so I
God.
think that can kind of be related to, to anything in your life. You can scrub it all away as much as you want, but they're still going to be there.
Absolutely. Well, it's just like, the people that we lose, they're still
Mhm.
there. They're
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
there. Gosh, you made me miss my sister even more. Tomorrow is
Oh,
the anniversary. She
oh
passed away
wow.
on New Year's Eve
Wow.
in 2019. So at this time of the year is always really hard on me because we were really
Yeah.
close. So, but oh, that's a beautiful song, and your voice. Oh my gosh, woo! I don't know. You are so talented, honey. I mean,
Thank you.
honestly, your voice is beautiful. It's
Thank
just so
you.
soothing. Oh, my
Well,
husband was relaxing over here. He's like, wow. He said, wow. Yeah. Go
well,
ahead.
at nighttime, just put it all of my songs on repeat, and then Spotify will pay me probably 4 cents by the
I
morning.
know you're getting too rich off of it. I know. Is that not ridiculous? All that.
It
Oh, don't even get me started. It's really, yeah. Marie said that was beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, Marie, I agree. It was gorgeous. I know we've had so many discussions about that. It's like, oh
is.
my God, you work, but it's okay. I mean, you have
Yes.
to do it because you love it. You're definitely
No,
not going to get rich releasing the
no,
songs, but
no, no.
yeah, but they need to hear them. These are songs that
Yes.
people need to
Yeah.
hear, and I am so glad that you didn't say, "Well, I'm not getting hardly any money for cents," but hey, I'm still going to do it because
Absolutely.
you have something that needs to be heard for sure. Thank you, gosh, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Whew. All right, so we're going to go to the next song then. These are very emotional. I loved it. That one was very even. I mean, honestly, all of them I'm going to love, but that one has got that special place in my heart, especially for the day it is right now. So
Yes.
the next one is called Brenda. Okay,
Oh,
so tell me
we're
about
kind
this.
of we're going from one extreme to the next.
We are, and I didn't even realize that. I like people to have up their emotions. They don't know what's going to happen on
We're
here.
on a roller
Laugh,
coaster and you
cry,
didn't
cry,
even know
laugh.
you were on. Yeah.
Yes, you don't even know. Yes, tell us about Brenda and who is
So
this dear Brenda?
yeah, right. So one of my girlfriends is my life coach, I like to call her, and her name is Brenda. And so we were sitting down talking one day, and she said, there's not enough songs like women empowering songs about women named Brenda. We have lots of other women songs, right? Lola, Jolene, et
Yeah,
cetera,
yeah,
et
yeah.
cetera. And there's not really any good ones about Brenda. And so I was like, you know what? I'm like, I got an idea for a song, so I'm gonna write you a song.
Oh my
So
God.
so Brenda is a good old two-stepping, man hating, burn the house down kind of, catch him while he's cheating
Yeah.
kind of song, right?
Yes.
And I don't know. Again, sometimes things just fall out of the sky and we
Yes.
run with it. But it kept on circling in my head about like cigarettes and wine, and I mean, what a great combination, right? And
Yeah.
so it
Especially
just
for a country song.
yeah, exactly. So the cigarettes and wine concept just kept on circling, and it's like it started off. It actually started off as a slow song, which I'm glad it didn't stay off as a slow song because it would have been really awfully boring as a slow song. So, um, but anyway, so that's kind of the basic concept of it. The fun part about this song, and this is I think my most favorite part, is that when we recorded this song, I got to record it in like 100-year-old barn, and
Oh
there
my
was
gosh.
like there was bugs everywhere, and like it was so amazing. But my most favorite part about it is that my dad got to play drums on this song with
Oh
me.
yes. And I love the fact, okay, first of all, your friend Brenda, she's got to be one of a kind because who
Oh.
else would recommend? Like I want to say, there's not many songs about Carolyn. None. Oh yeah, remember Merle Haggard? Was it Carolyn? Yeah, I love that. Okay, Brenda, if you are watching this or listening back to this, I love you already. Thank you for recommending this because I know we're going to love it. It's bound to be good. It's bound to be good.
So
And everybody
also,
needs a friend like Brenda.
I will say this song hit #2 on the Canadian Indie Country Countdown. So that's
Oh my gosh. So Brenda, good job.
Yeah, Brenda did good.
Oh
Brenda's
my gosh,
doing
that
it
is big. That is big. Yeah, and also you were selected as the Songwriter of the Year. Was that what it was? Tell them about that real quick.
So the International Singer-Songwriters Association, every year they you can nominate yourself or you can nominate somebody else within the association that you think is doing a bang up job. And so I was lucky enough to receive an award for songwriting with them, and that's my first award that I've ever won. And it was quite special to me because it had nothing to do with the production. It had nothing to do with the melody. It had nothing to do with anything anybody else did. It was just about the words that I have put out there, and all of the things that it's just me doing. And I needed that because I know, and I'm not meaning this to sound cocky, but I have always been a good singer.
Right.
But I've never thought that I was good enough to be considered a good songwriter, right? And so when I received that award, it was kind of like, you know what? I am worthy of this, and I worked hard. And so it was a really, really neat realization for me that, like, dang it, we're doing something real good and filling our heart with happiness and joy and spreading all of the things that everybody else has connected with. And it's just so very amazing. And so the association itself, it's totally free to join. Anybody can join. It doesn't matter what genre, it doesn't matter what you do. If you write things, like, come on over, right? And they hold the awards every year in Atlanta. And so I went last year for the first time, and I'm gonna go this year again. And when we go to the awards, I always recommend that you stay at the host hotel. I was there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. We spent every night until like 2:30 singing around the fire. It was magic. It was magic.
That would probably be the best part. Not even the award is great, but being able to hang out with fellow singers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That would be a dream come true.
That's what I said when I went up for my speech. I was like, this is absolutely amazing to have won this, but just so you guys know, my whole weekend was made by all of the connections and all of the things that we did outside of all of this. I didn't even get to go around and see Atlanta at all, and that's the farthest south I've ever been in my entire life. But I didn't even go out of the bounds of where we were allotted, just because I was there for a purpose, right? I was there to network, and it was so fun. So if anybody wants to be a part of any association, really, if there's any awards, please go and stay at the host hotel because it is magic.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I may need to check on that because I'm also a songwriter too. And I actually won an award that my husband told me, and I thought, but it was just for songwriting too. And I didn't think I was ever that, same thing.
Yeah.
Wow. That's beautiful. I'm so glad. It was so well deserved. Your voice, your lyrics, so far, what we've heard is excellent. I'm so glad for you.
Well, get your boots on. You're in for some fun.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear Brenda. Let's see what my old friend, my best friend years back, her name was Brenda. Those Brendas are really rare. For real. Okay, so let's see if I can do this without messing everything up again. Okay, here we go. Oh, Lord, I'll try, but there's no promise. Okay. Gosh. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try to get it. Let me find Brenda. I took them all out because it's easier that way. Okay. Well, they're still there. Okay. All right, Brenda, there you go. Oh, here we go.
Brenda likes to drink red wine and smoke Marlboro Light. She kept the house real tidy in the kitchen every night. Her husband had a tendency of spending late nights at the bar. Spent his entire paycheck, worn out and crashed the car. Well, Brenda got real sick of spending all her nights alone. So she packed her bags, wrote out a note saying, this house ain't my home. You've been cheating, you've been lying, you've been drinking, I've been crying, but I ain't gonna spend one more tear on you. I've done hurting, I've done trying, you're still flirting, there's no denying all the stupid stuff you put me through. Well, you ain't messing with my heart no more. She left the cigarette would ever cheat on her. She said, you've been cheating, you've been lying, you've been drinking, I've been crying. I ain't gonna spend one more tear on you. I'm done hurting, I'm done trying. You're still flirting, there's no denying all the stupid stuff you put me through. Well, you ain't messing with my heart no more. She left the cigarette in the ashtray and the wine spilled on the floor. Hey! Well, that cigarette lit the house on fire and burned it to the ground. She smiled as she passed the fire trucks and headed out of town. You've been cheating, you've been lying, you've been drinking, I've been crying. I ain't gonna spend one more tear on you. I'm done hurting, I'm done trying. You're still flirting, there's no denying all the stupid stuff you put me through. Well, you ain't messing with my heart no more. No, you ain't messing with my heart no more. She left the cigarette in the ashtray and the wine spilled on the floor.
Oh, that was cute. Yes. She left the cigarette. I like it. I like it, man. She told him. Now, wait a minute. I was trying to listen real close. Did she passed the fire trucks? Okay. Did I miss the part? Did she leave the cigarette on the ashtray? Did it catch a house on
So right before that it says that cigarette lit the house on fire and burned
Okay.
it to the ground.
Okay, I figured that, but I'm like, I was trying to listen. It's hard
Yeah.
on here. Oh my gosh, that's a clever song. It's very cute. Good job. Good job. Oh my gosh, good job, Brenda. Good job.
All right. You did good. You did good.
And if you really did it, I'm not going to hold it against you, okay? Because
No.
sometimes I'm just joking.
No, right? No, we're not.
She had her reasons. She had her reasons.
Absolutely.
I love that. That's good. And I like that. A nice, fun song, fun country song. Man, we used to, there was a place we used to go to years ago. We loved to do karaoke and our friends, and all the people. And they had one lady, she would come up and sing songs like that. And they called her the president of the Men Haters Club.
Yes. Yes.
It was funny, like they were officers. Yeah. So.
When we used to go to karaoke years ago, when God-fearing women get the blues was always my.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Brett, we need to write that down. I'll get somebody to sing it. That would be fun. I don't know if I could sing it. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've even heard it, but that is a good one. You're right.
It's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm always trying to think of funny songs, especially because I want to make people smile and stuff.
Yeah.
But I like those hurting and leaving songs too, like that.
Yeah.
They're really good. Wow,
Yeah.
excellent. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Thank
So
you.
I don't mean to rush, but I've got two more songs I want to get to. So this next song, I like the title. I like your titles on all of them. Is Silver and Gold. Tell us about that. I like the title. Oh, I do.
So silver and gold. I wrote about my grandpa. And
Oh,
so and this one again from the same CD. So my dad is also playing guitar drums on this one as well.
nice.
So when I was 9, my dad's dad passed away, and he was very musical, and I feel like I kind of missed out on that side because I was not I didn't play guitar with him. There's so many things that I wanted to do with him that
Right.
I couldn't do. And so I wanted to write a song about my grandpa and my experiences and the tagline, and I'll spoil it because you'll hear it in a minute, but
Okay.
is there's silver in his hair and gold in his heart. And
Oh,
it really every time that I sing it's quite generic that everybody thinks of their grandpa. And I think the coolest thing is getting to see my dad as the grandpa in that situation and seeing him being
yeah.
able to play with my kids. And it's kind of funny. So I wrote this song a couple years ago, and we were playing at a hall, and I hadn't played it for my dad yet. And so I told him, I said, I don't want you to play for this one because it's a little bit slower. I want you to just listen to it. And then I sang it, and then I turn around and he's just bawling. And
Oh,
it's funny because, my dad when I was growing up, I didn't ever view him as emotional. But
yeah.
apparently he is quite emotional.
Yes.
But it was such a special connection that I got to see with the way that I wished things were with my grandpa, and now the
Oh,
way that things are with my kids and him. So
oh, that's beautiful. And your kids are
yeah,
so blessed that they're able to
yes.
have that type of relationship with him. So I want to reach out real quick and say hi to Joel Glaser. He is on our YouTube channel. Thank you for being here, Joel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I can't talk anymore, y'all. I'm so sorry. So I know this one's going to be excellent too. So ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Once I get it loaded, I always make it sound like it's starting right away. It's going to take me a second. This is Silver and Gold by Shalaine Stebner. I keep butchering your name. I'm so sorry, baby. Okay, hang on. Let's try this again. All right. I do not think that's the song, is it?
I do not know. I don't get to hear any of the songs on my end, so I don't know.
Okay, you know what we're gonna do, because I'm gonna go make sure I've got the right one, because I was trying to hurry. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get it real quick. Just a minute. Give me just a minute, because I don't think that was it. Okay, y'all, I want to make sure I got the right one. Let's just upload it again to make sure.
He was one hell of a dancer, spun me around like we were floating. I felt so safe in his arms. 6'1", tall and handsome, knew all the words to all the oldies, and he could sure turn on his charm.
Okay, Shalaine, does it say 6'1" and he could sure turn on the charm? It does. Okay, I wanted to make sure, because it says a little bit of love, but then it says silver and gold at the bottom. So that's why I was making sure I got it right. Okay, we're gonna go back to it. We do have the right one. Thank goodness. I'll start it over. Here we go. I hope I will. Okay, here we go.
He was one hell of a dancer, spun me around like we were floating. I felt so safe in his arms. 6'1", tall and handsome, knew all the words to all the oldies, and he could sure turn on his charm. Won't leave me never too busy to take me fishing. Always had time to build a birdhouse. There was nothing he couldn't do. Friday nights around a campfire, beer and bourbon fueled the playlist. I could have listened all night through. Maybe once in a life you'll meet a man like that. His love will be the memory I will always start at. Well, he was firm and he was kind, never had to guess what was on his mind. Tobacco filled the air when he was near. He taught me things like a grandpa could, unconditional love like a grandpa should. He's the reason I love to play the soul guitar. He had silver in his hair and gold in his heart. He taught me things like a grandpa could, unconditional love like a grandpa should. And how I wish I could watch him play his old guitar. He had silver in his hair and gold in his heart. He had silver in his hair and gold in his heart.
All right. What another beautiful song. I loved it. Oh my gosh, I really loved it. Good job, honey. Very good. I can see why you won the award. Your songs are excellent. They really are. And you add your tremendous vocals with those beautiful lyrics, and you've got something special. And that was beautiful. I loved it. So your grandpa played the guitar, right? So that's pretty cool. So you play guitar too. What other instruments do you play? Now that I think of it.
That's it. Not, and I don't
Hey,
play guitar well.
hey, at least you can sort of play. And I finally bought me another one. I'm like, I'm going to learn. And I'm 58 now. I'm trying to learn, right? But hey, you never know. You know, it's never too
I
late, I guess.
actually I got my grandpa's guitar when I was 22. I taught myself how to play. I didn't play at before, and so I learned to play on his guitar, and it was huge. It's a jumbo. So, and I'm
Yeah.
not a very large in stature girl, so I struggled get plugging it in. I'd always have to get somebody else to plug it in because I couldn't reach, and it was a
Oh
mess.
my
But I
gosh.
eventually I got myself some new guitars, so I think I have 5 or 6 of them or
Oh
more.
wow. So you must be pretty good if you're buying more guitars.
I guess
That's
maybe it's more of an addiction, or maybe it's more like if I buy more, maybe I'll be better.
yes, maybe so. Well, hey, I don't know, but you must be doing something right. You must be doing something right. Yeah, I loved it. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. So,
Thank you.
Shalaine, we do have one more song from you.
Yes.
And another one, I love the title. So this
Mhm.
one is As Strong as Your Daddy.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. I want to find out whose daddy you're talking about and what's going on here.
So this one, I will say, is probably one of the most important songs that I've ever wrote in my entire life. It was the first song that I wrote that really meant something to me, and that I this is the first song that I put any music to as well. But the reason that it's really important is because it deals with men's mental health, and that is something that I'm such an advocate for. So in 2020, my husband lost his job along with the rest of the world, and he fell into a really, really deep, dark depression. And I couldn't help him, and I mean, you can only be there for support, but I couldn't pull him out of it.
Yeah.
He had to want to pull himself out of it. And so I would go to work and, never be sure who I was coming home to. And it was a really difficult time. And thankfully we are so lucky that to come out on the other side of it and be totally fine. But I wrote this song as a love song to my son about how he doesn't have to be strong, because everybody always says men are strong, be a man,
Yes.
don't cry, don't feel the feels.
Yes.
And so I wrote this song as if my husband had completed suicide. And so it was just kind of like a reminder to my son, you don't have to do that. You don't have to be anything that you are not. And so when I played this song down in a public park down in Calgary, down in southern Alberta, and there's quite a large homeless population down there, and it was a beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon. So of course everybody comes around to listen because it's free to listen. And I prefaced the song with my speech about how you don't have to pretend, and this is the reason that I wrote this song. And one of the homeless guys, when I was singing it, he was crying. And so after I was done playing, I went over and I sat with him and I got to talk to him. And he said, that's my story. He said that, but instead of, coming out on the other side, he said, I lost my family and I lost my home and now I'm homeless. And it's a really good reminder that we're literally one decision away from this or that,
That's so
and
true.
so I really think that it is so important to talk about it. I really think that it's something that they end the stigma, right? And ask for help. And if you're not receiving the help that you need, then seek out more help, because you don't have to be strong. You can admit that there are things that are not okay. And I love that the new song by Jelly Roll, that I am not okay. He's kind of
Yes.
the same things. He's saying I'm not okay, but it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And I think that is such a very, very relevant and very needed message to send out into the world. So
Absolutely. And I've been blessed because we've had several artists on here singing songs about men's mental health specifically, and suicide prevention and so forth. And you're right, it is so important, because it's something that was so taboo for so many years. Nobody wanted to talk about it. And now it's becoming more accepted, to where men can, like you said, it's true, because, before it was like, oh, don't talk about that. Don't talk.
Yeah. If
Oh
you
my
want to go
gosh.
cry, go to the barn, go shovel some hay or sling some hay, and
Yeah, do
don't
something.
go drive the tractor, because you don't want anybody to see you cry, right? And it's like,
Yes, work it off. And I
Yeah.
just see a comment that Joel left about silver and gold. He said, cool, I love songs about grandpas, being one myself. See, Joel, I know, me too. It was beautiful. Thank you. So y'all pay even more attention to the lyrics to this one, if possible, to play more, because I know this is going to be a song that's really going to help a lot of people. It sounds like it. I mean, you reach the homeless man, and I'm sure everyone that's heard it has been touched in one way or the other. So let me get this one loaded. As Strong as Your Daddy. And that's a beautiful title too. It really is. Okay, let me get this one. Hang on.
My handsome boy, life sure has changed. Things that seemed so certain have all been rearranged. Parts of us are missing, echoes of amazing grace. Fill the empty hole in our heart where He once filled the space. But times can feel so hard. Sometimes things don't work out. When you try your best, life puts you to the test. Believe me, I've been where you are. I'll be strong for both of us. Together there is nothing we can't do. Just remember, you don't have to Daddy lived his life for you. You were his pride and joy. Taught you how to ride a bike, how to fish, how to hike, and shoot a decoy. Every time I look at you, I see him shining in your eyes, and my heart breaks. Oh, how my heart breaks. Times can feel so hard. Sometimes things don't work out. When you try your best, life puts you to the test. Believe me, I've been where you are. I'll be strong for both of us. Together there is nothing we can't do. Just remember, you don't have to be as strong as your daddy. Be kind, be brave, be tall, be strong, fall in love, find the one, give away your heart. When times get tough, don't forget to talk it out. Call me if you want to talk it out. Times can feel so hard. Sometimes things don't work out. When you try your best, life puts you to the test. Believe me, I've been where you are. I'll be strong for both of us. Together there is nothing we can't do. Just remember, you don't have to be. Oh, you don't have to be as strong as your daddy.
Another beautiful song. That was very touching. I love that. Just a mother to a son. But, you know, like you said, a lot of people can relate to that because all of them are, you know, their sons, their mother, you know. Gosh, that's beautiful. And reminding them they don't have to be that strong. I mean, there's, you know, we've talked about this a lot, how it seems like that a lot of the times in our society, well, I've talked about it a lot, that our mental, the help for mental issues is kind of broken. At least in Texas, we have a big issue with that. There's not a lot of options, especially in our small town. So, you know, you just kind of have to muddle your way through it, and there's not a lot of help. So I'm praying that where you are, obviously there is more help available for those that are suffering with any type of issues. And I love the fact that you wrote this song. I know it's going to help a lot of people, a lot of men, and even women too, you know, that are dealing with any type of mental issue. You've written some beautiful songs, Shalaine. I know that people are going to be touched and moved by your music, and I'm praying that you continue to do what you're doing and spread the love and spread your beautiful voice and your messages of hope and humor and just joy. I think it's beautiful. Thank you so much for being here with us, honey.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I had a blast. I really enjoyed having you. And thanks for being our last artist of the year on Carolyn's Corner. And
Going all the way. Let's go.
yes. And but last but definitely not least, that's what they used to always say, right? So folks, we plan on being back. I'm not sure if we'll be here next week. We have had a few more cancellations, but I know starting in February, we have a lot in January too. We do have quite a few shows scheduled, but everybody gets so busy. It's hard to remember. They put it in their calendar, and I do want to say the name of that internet radio station is Hot and Funky Radio. So we'll be playing your show on there. I'll send it to him hopefully tomorrow, probably not tomorrow because we won't be here for New Year's Day, but the next day. So he'll be playing it on the show next Monday. And I really appreciate you being here, folks. I really appreciate all of you guys and gals being here and taking the time out of your evening to be here on this. It's still not New Year's Eve. It still feels like it should be New Year's Eve on this almost.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve. Shalaine, I wish you the best, honey. I really do. Thank you so much for being here. And if you know of anyone that would be a good fit for our show, send them our way. And I would love to get to know them and see if they're a good fit. And in the meantime, keep doing what you're doing. I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
Oh, you're so welcome, sweetheart. God bless you and keep you safe and everything you do, and take care of yourself. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for being here. We'll talk to y'all next week. Hopefully, I'll advertise it if we're going to do it. Try to do it sooner this time. All right, we'll talk to y'all soon.